So, the Power Rangers Reignition line from Playmates. Some days I wake up and I forget that these are even a thing, but they're coming in 2025 or 2026, the brand new toy line from Playmates that some people are excited about and some people aren't excited about and some people just don't simply care. But it looks like we've got some images of what the packaging will look like for these figures on the Twitters. So let's jump over to the Twitters. I can't be on camera for this one because I played around with my camera settings and I don't know what's going on with them. But we're going to be looking at these images for the Playmates figures. I'm going to give my thoughts because it's been a while since I've talked about them. Maybe it's changed, maybe it's not. But let's look at them. Now, this is coming from one, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry, but I remember they were the ones responsible, if I remember correctly, for showing leaked images of the Astrometer and the Ecliptor 2-pack at a Chinese toy fair, if I remember correctly. But let's go over it and talk about it. So, the first image we've got is the Dragon Dagger. So, the Dragon Dagger, in my opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of this Dragon Dagger because it looks dinky, it looks plasticky, it doesn't look the best. The packaging, you can see you've got the renders from Super Mega Force with all the images. So, these is where these helmets come from, is where they're from. But the Dragon Dagger, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think if you want a Dragon Dagger, get the Lightning Collection or get the Legacy version of the Dragon Dagger. Or there might be a possible Memorial Edition being released by Bandai later down the line, which isn't confirmed. The Memorial Edition isn't confirmed, but I have a gut feeling that we might be getting one from them if they're doing the Dino Buckler. So here's what it looks like. Here's what the packaging looks like. You've got the Reignition logo here. You've got the back of the box here, and then you've got this render here. Now, this render I have never seen before. I don't know where this render is from because there might be different poses that they sort of photoshopped on the box together, but I've never seen these poses before. Like, I've seen this Billy pose before. I haven't seen this Zach pose before, or I haven't seen this Jason pose before. So I have no idea where these renders came from. If someone can tell me, I'd love to know, but these renders, I've never seen all these images. I've never seen before when it comes to the Power Rangers. They might be new, but I've seen this pose before. I've seen this pose before, and I've seen that pose before. Those are the iconic poses they do. The Zack and the Jason punching and kicking into the air, I've never seen before. Let's see. And then we've got the Megazord here. So again, the Megazord looking a bit dinky. Like I said, this is like not for collectors, it's for kids. So if you want to get it. But like I said, there's better options you can get with getting a Megazord, whether it's getting a Zap collection or a Mini Pla or an SMP, or even forking out your life savings to get a Soul of Chichogan. Those would be the better options than this. But it comes with 15 phrases and sound effects. I don't think a Mini Pla can do that. So yeah, you've got the helmets here, the renders here. The front of the box here, the Ultimate Megazord with the Mega Power Sword. And then you've got the side of the box. And then you have the back of the box, which it looks like Megazord activated. The eyes light up. It's got arms that move, the sword that moves. And it's got 16 phrases and sound effects. So that one, I don't think it comes apart. I think you can just move it slightly. So it's kind of jank. Now, this is the big one that a lot of people have been talking about. So this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition toy line. MMPR Basic Figure 6-pack contains the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, Green Ranger, Pink Ranger, and Yellow Ranger. This is a set. Do not open. So those basic figures we've seen at the Playmates or at the Toy Fair from this year, that will be in a package. So if you want to get all 6 Rangers, you can get all 6 Rangers in a very... Oh wait, we'll have to scroll up. Where's the box? I've seen images of the box lying around. But there is a box you can get them in that I've seen floating around online. I'll probably have an image of that here on screen right now. What do you think of that box? Do you like that box? Like, comment, subscribe if you like the box. But here is what some of the figures look like, which I'll probably have to flip these around in post-editing. So we've got the Jason figure here, and like I said, these figures I'm not the biggest fan of. I know they're basic figure lines, but for basic figure lines, they just look kind of soulless in a way, with how they don't have a lot of articulation, not a lot of movement in them. The weapons aren't painted. The helmet visor looks smushed together. Like I said, these figures, I'm not feeling them for being like a basic figure line. The box arts look cool, I will say that. I do like having like the render of the box here, and then each color of the box is like the Ranger's color. That's pretty cool. And then even underneath the Red Ranger, it's got the diamond logo from the Mighty Morphin suit, or the Dual Ranger suit. I think that's a really nice addition. But yeah, the Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, again, like I said, it feels pretty soulless when you look at it through most of it. So I'm not the biggest fan of these. And if you don't want to see these flipped upside down, I'll probably have these like saved, and you'll have them flipped up the right way. But like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of these figures from what I've seen so far. So yeah, we've got the box here. All right, here is the six-pack. Okay, here's the six-pack that I've seen. But here we have all 6 Rangers, and then we've got the box that they come in, which I guess that's pretty cool. Like, even with this Tommy looks so chunky. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, the Dragon Dagger looks weird. He's got the Blade Blaster and Blade Sword Blaster. That looks alright. Like, I don't know. These look really soulless compared to, like, other Power Ranger figures I've seen before. Like, they look cheap, but not cheap-ish. They just don't feel like they've got a lot of detail and oomph into it, if you know what I mean. And then we've got the Yellow Ranger. Again, the Yellow Ranger, maybe it's the colours that I'm seeing. Like, the colours look really washed out compared to, like, the other colours we've seen when figures have been painting. Like, this just looks like a different shade of yellow we'd see for a Yellow Ranger. Not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. And then the Pink Ranger, again, the Pink Ranger I'm not the biggest fan of as well. Again, I don't know, just seeing how they have little articulation with everything going on, I'm not the biggest fan of these figures. But what do you guys think of these figures? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Feel free to tell me. Are you going to be getting these figures? Are you not going to be getting these figures? I know a lot of people are probably going to be sleeping on these figures because they're MMPR. And there'll be like 5 people asking me, are we getting Cosmic Fury figures? And the answer is no, we are not getting Cosmic Fury figures as of this point. Maybe in 10 years, probably 20 years if we're lucky. But yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And with that said, I will catch you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.